Timmy! Timmy! Timmy!
No, it's Jimmy. Blah, blah, blah. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jimmy James. You are watching Catch It Live First. Today, we have got Pogon Siedlce hosting the mighty Wisla Krakow. Frankie James is already in live chat. Here we go, says Frankie. I had another issue with my camera, Frankie. Good job I was early today. That was the plan anyway. And we've still beat the referee's whistle, which is always a plus for us. Today we'll be calling, as you can see on the screen below, there's plenty of snow around in Poland. However, the pitch looks pretty good, so no excuses today. We'll go through the team lineups very shortly. And just for today's game, we'll be calling Pogon Siedlce. We'll be calling them Pogon for today. Ronaldo there, getting ready to win the coin toss, no doubt. Everything else he does goes his way. This we're playing all in red. Like to see that kit. Pogon in blue tops, white shorts, blue socks. Been plenty going on with Wisla off the field. We'll go through that at half-time. And an ex-manager of Wisla has now taken up the mantle again. But like I said, more about that at half-time. We'll go through the team lineups really quickly. We'll start off with Pogon. Agiza! Agiza's in live chat. He says, good day, Frankie and Jimmy. Let's go, Wisla. Let's go, Agiza. It's been too long. These international breaks, no good. They're no good. Let's go through Pogon's lineup. In goal, they've got Lemanovic, Miziak, Fliss, Dembek, Jakubik. That's a back four. Jezkiel and Drag, the centre midfield pairing. On the left, they go with Famulak. Oh, my word. Trios. Yeah. Zielonka. And up front, Podlinski. This will go. They have made changes today. And I've got to cover up that because it's slightly in front of what I'm seeing here. Frankie says, hi, Geezer. How's it going? Get that covered up. Spoils it for me otherwise. This will go with Likiewicz in goal. Geiger, Biedrzycki, Grudzic and Krizanovski starts today. So no Lelyeveld. Midfield, we've got Carbo and Igbekim. No shocks there. We're off and we're underway any second now. On the right, we've got Kaziemka. On the left, Duarte. He's back in the squad. Ertahala is playing back in just behind Ridado. So it's as you were. Geezer saying he's great. Frank, how about you? Everything okay with the volumes? Hopefully so. Because I haven't touched this computer system for well over a week. Almost must have been 2 weeks. As soon as I turned it on, update, OBS, update. It's like, no, don't do that. And then yesterday for football special, could we get cameras working? Volumes are all over the place. I just wish it wouldn't. I need to do something so that it doesn't do any updates when I leave it for a certain amount of time. How you do it though, I don't know. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, ping that notifications bell. If you can give us a thumbs up, that'd be superb. Once we get enough subscribers, we don't know how many, but the Polish Premier League have said they will do a collaboration with us where we can live stream the Polish Premier League matches. And that's hopefully going to be where Wisla are next season. The defeat last time out, we could have done without against Polonia Warszawa. But it is what it is, and we are still top of the league. We'll go through this more at half-time, but the referee's going to get us underway any second now. There we go. We are off. Come on, Wisla. On the attack straight away down that right-hand side. Camera angle isn't the best, so we'll do what we can. That's an early free kick given away against Igbekim. A little bit unlucky there. I'm not sure what it was for. Didn't see him do anything wrong, really. Yeah, the camera angle, you can see there, it's a little bit low. But at least we've got some pictures. Krzyzanowski with an early touch there. Back to Lekiewicz. Flat clearance there. Picked up by Ertehaler, laid off to Igbekim. Now it's all with Kaziemka down that right-hand side. Wisła, we've got numbers forward here. Geiger on the overlap. Thinks about the cross. Then pulls it back to Ertehaler. Now Ertehaler, edge of the box, loses possession. Pogon trying to bring it away. They're under pressure there, though. Wisła trying to keep them penned in. Players are going to have to be careful on this pitch because there's a couple of them losing the footing already. They have done well to get this fixture on. You can tell it's been covered, the pitch, it looks like. But in saying that, they are used to it over in Poland, aren't they? Pogon trying to get some pressure on Wisła here, but not getting any meaningful possession, and Krzyzanowski can bring it away. Plays it inside to Carbo. Pogon backing off a little bit now. Just letting Wisła have that ball in their own half, playing it about. Grujic lays it down this left-hand side to Krzyzanowski. Yeah, you could see there, before he took possession of that ball, he was making sure his footing was okay. Back to Grujic. Now it's with Biedrzycki. Geiger. Good to see Wisła playing with short sleeve shirts. That's what I like. Yeah, trying to flick it off there to Ertehaler. Didn't quite come off though. Wisła in possession still. The good thing is we've had 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock now. And it looks like we've started with our head in the game. Which we don't always do. Let's be honest, we just don't. Krzyzanowski down the left-hand side puts a cross in too close to the keeper. Meat and drink for Lemanowski. Decent crowding today, saying this game's on TV in Poland, especially with the weather conditions. Pogon trying to come down this right-hand side now. Duarte back doing his defensive duties. Not sure what happened there. That cross has gone into the car park. I think he caught it with his standing foot before he swung. Back to the drawing board there for Misiak. Good position he got himself into though. What's going on in the live chat? All the players wrapped up on the bench, by the way. Frankie James says it's been a busy time. Dad's recovered well. Put your glasses on, Jimmy. Put your glasses on. Squinting away there. Dad's recovered well. He's home. Got Christmas deckies up. Son's in Thailand in hospital. Food poisoning. Everything else is fab. Yeah. Long ball over the top there. That'll be cut out by Geiger. It is indeed. Carbo picks up the second ball, then loses possession though in a dangerous place. Shot comes in. Good save from Lekiewicz. Still danger. Lekiewicz doing well there and bailing Carbo out. Carbo has lost that ball. He's done that before and cost us a goal just before half time. Can't afford to lose it there. He's done it in previous games. That'll do Lekiewicz's confidence no harm whatsoever. An early save you would expect him to make. Probably could have caught that in hindsight, but I'm sat in a chair. He's the one on a pitch where it's probably -5. I don't know what the temperature is at the moment, but Giza says, sorry to hear that. I've just finished my second cataract surgery and now can see like an eagle. Now you'll be able to see, Giza, that I only look 21 and it was your cataracts that were putting creases on my face. Pogon in possession down that left-hand side. Nice cross comes in. Nobody there, though, to attack that ball. It ends up in Lekiewicz's hand. I think more by luck than judgment, but Grudgic did manage to get his head on it. Mariusz Jop there, surveying his troops. I would love to be a fly on the wall at half-time when Mariusz Jop is giving his team talk. I get the impression when all is going well, he'll be quite level-headed, keep everybody grounded, be one of them, don't get complacent and what have you. Just don't know what he would be like when we're not playing well and we're up against it. Pogon in on the left-hand side here, Grudgic across. This will break it up. Can they break now? Kaziemka to Ridado. A little bit of space to Duarte. Go on, take your man on. That's going to be a yellow card. Surely, referees broke up play. Yeah, an early yellow card there for Misjak. The only thing that was worse than that tackle was your attempted cross about 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I wonder if he's one of them who will give players the hairdryer. I honestly don't know. I hope he would. Sometimes people need a rocket, including myself. Frankie's given me the hairdryer on more than one occasion when I've needed it. Hope you're recovering well, Geezer, anyway, from your cataract op, mate. Just in time for Christmas. This would on the left-hand side now, with Krzyzanowski. Back to Grudgic. Biedrzycki plays it across to Geiger. Kaziemka on that right-hand side, he had a good international break, didn't he? Oof, unlucky there, trying to play that ball into Ertahal, who'd made the run. Cross to the back post! Oh my word, how on earth has he missed that? How on earth has Duarte missed this? What a lovely pass. Oh, you've got to put that in. You've got to at least put it on target and make the keeper save it. He's put it wide of the post. I hope that is not how this game is going to work out for Wisla. I mean, that should have been the opening goal. Not good enough, that, from Duarte. Frankie James says, that's brilliant news, Geezer. I'm looking at eye surgery, age, cataracts, need multi-lens implants. The fish won't get away now. Yeah, last thing I was going to say before Duarte missed that. I mean, it's almost as good as an open goal, isn't it? The keeper's just stood there hoping that he either puts it wide, which he did, or it hits him if it's on target. Geezer says, Frankie, it was 30 minutes each, shy a month apart. Absolutely no pain whatsoever. That's good to hear, mate. Geezer says, now let's hope Wisla can see the way to 3 points. Yeah, we certainly... Go on. Is Duarte going to get a yellow card here for that? No. I'm not. The way he's reacting, I'm not even sure there was any contact. Disappointed with that finish from Duarte, I've got to say. I mean, there's no contact there. Get up, son. Your mother will be watching this. She'll be embarrassed. Yeah, we'll just get this dangerous free kick out the way. Let's hope we don't do what we did against Polonia Warszawa and the wall split. I'm pretty sure that Mariusz Jop will have had him practicing how to stand in front of a ball and not split. I mean, it's not good enough what we did last time. No chance for Lekiewicz. They didn't split this time. Good handling there from Lekiewicz. You'd expect him to save it. But Podlinski was in his eye line as well. Any fumble there and he might have been in trouble, Lekiewicz, so well done to him. Yeah, I've noticed on a lot of the social media that Raul Geiger has been getting a little bit of stick, which I cannot understand in any way, shape or form. I mean, there was a couple of comments that, oh, he's not good enough, this, that and the other. It's like, what? Do you know anything about football? What have you been watching? And there was plenty of Wisla supporters and knowledgeable fans who were coming back to his defence saying exactly that. Well, like, what are you talking about? Since he's come into the team, he's made that right-back position his own, realistically. I mean, if Jaric comes back now, Jaric is not getting in this team at the expense of Raul Geiger. And this is something else we can talk about at half-time. Mikulek is on the way back to fitness. He's back training. I could see Mikulek getting back into the team quicker than Alan Uriga and Jaric. But he's got competition for his place now because Krzyzanowski. Shot comes in there. Good shot from Grujic. It was a daisy cutter, and on this pitch, the keeper did quite well there. Yeah, good handling from the keeper and a good attempt from Grujic, especially in these conditions. This were trying to pen Pogon in now. They're under real pressure. Do well, actually, to get that ball away. It's a throw into Wisla midway inside Pogon's half down that right-hand side. Frankie James in live chat. She says, we were going to get our eyes done in Krakow, but can't get enough time off, so we'll have to pay UK prices. But it'll be worth it. It certainly will. Jedrzejczyk over to Duarte on that right-hand side. Geiger to Ertahala. Playing really fluid football this way at the moment, as in fluid positions. Over on this left-hand side now, we have got Kaziemka. Just had a little changeover for a moment. Plays a ball into the penalty area with the outside of his boot, looking for Duarte. It's deflected behind for Wisla's corner. Is that the first corner down this left-hand side? Hopefully, we can make something from the corner. We haven't been doing too well from corners lately, as in not posing a threat. We'll have a little chat about Ardit Nikaj as well at half-time. Going to be Ertahala to swing one in with his right foot from this left-hand side. Puts it on top of the keeper. Catching practice. Not even a challenge on the keeper. Not good enough, that, from Wisla. Players will be doing plenty of pressing today just to keep warm, it looks like. Pogon just quite happy to keep the ball at the moment. That's going to be a free kick given away by Jedrzejczyk. I'm not sure how much contact he actually made. He doesn't look impressed with the decision. No doubt we'll see a replay. We've got them at the ready, by the way. Just short of 15 minutes on the clock, still 0-0. Wisla holding a line on the edge of the 18-yard box, headed clear by Ridado. Put back into the mixer there, though, by Pogon. Jedrzejczyk gets his head to it. Krzyzanowski in possession, gives the ball away. He was under pressure there, so did enough, even though he lost possession. At least we can regroup in the middle now. That'll be a corner to Pogon down this right-hand side. Grudzik having a word with Miziak there. Does like to throw his weight about off the ball, Grudzik. I like to see that. Let's hope we can defend better than Liverpool did yesterday. Finally comes into the penalty area to the back post. Wisla lose the header. It's cleared off the line by Biedrzycki. Oh, lovely play by Ridardo there. Needs support now. He's going to get fouled here, surely, to goodness. No, good tackle. A good tackle. Referee, what are you doing there? The referee has given a free kick and a yellow card against Jakubik. That was a fantastic tackle on Ridardo. Oh, my word. What was wrong with this? He got the ball. What a good tackle that is. He's not only had a free kick go against him, he's been yellow carded as well. I mean, that is just poor refereeing, I'm afraid. I mean, a good save there by Lakievitz. If this were scored from this now, I hate to say it, but there's no justice in football. I mean, it wasn't even a free kick, but then to rub salt into the wound, the referee got his yellow card out. Nothing comes from the free kick. I think the player on the far side's having a word with the assistant saying, "Oh, was that a free kick and a yellow card?" Like the assistant's going to say, "Yeah, it was a rubbish decision, that one." It's not going to happen, son. They're like the Masons, they'll stick together. Hello? Going to be Geiger with the throw. I don't think he's going to get too much of a run up there. Not unless he puts his snow boots on. Gets decent distance on it. Biedrzycki couldn't flick it on, but it's back with Geiger. Good cross into the middle. Confusion with the keeper and his own defender. This will recycle it with Krizanovski down his left-hand side. Back to Carbo. Now it's back to Igbakim. Ertahala puts one into the boxer with pace, looking for Biedrzycki. Don't think anybody got a touch on that. It'll be a goal kick to Pogon. We're just having another replay of this corner. Good header. Did it go off the post onto Lakievitz or Lakievitz onto the post? I think it was off the post onto Lakievitz, and Biedrzycki, Johnny on the spot, gets the clearance in. What did I miss there, Agiza? Take that, Jamie. That one's gone over my head, although at the minute a lot's going over my... Oh, no. Oof. Oh, there you go. Slip sliding through the snow. It's a good chance, that, as well. Difficult pass to control, though, but he had too much space at the back. Geiger had got sucked into the middle. Actually, Geiger had his man because Grudzik had come over. Oh, Agiza says Carragher, mate. Oh, yeah. Jamie Carragher. Yeah, I don't know if he's still got his job. Spitting at fans on the motorways and what have you, and still keeps it. It's good to be honest. That's got to be a free kick. Straight, Geiger doesn't like that. He went straight through him then. And now the free kick's gone against Geiger. Not much in that. Who's that? Number 14. Jakubik. Yeah, he's got to be careful because he's on a yellow card as well. We shouldn't laugh. We shouldn't laugh at Giza though, because we've got Everton tomorrow evening, haven't we? So never an easy place to go. Free kick comes into the mixer. Cleared by Wisla. Who's going to pick up this loose ball? It is going to be Pogon, but I think there are assistance flags up for an offside. Yeah, it is indeed. You know, I hope we don't rue that chance that Federico Duarte missed. It was a gilt-edged chance, wasn't it? Especially for a... You know, if you were playing on a Sunday morning for your local pub team, you'd be disappointed if you missed that, let alone a professional footballer. I know it happens, but can't afford to do that. He had that chance against Polonia Warszawa as well, didn't he, where it went the wrong side of the post for him. It's not just falling for him at the moment. I'm sure he'll stick at it, though. Then the left-hand side, he is on the ball, Duarte. Little combo there with Krizanovski. Another corner to Wisla down this left-hand side. Let's hope we can get some better delivery from Ertehaler. Not just plopping it into the keeper's arms. He's a tall keeper. Agiza says, we will have no ghosts of Legnica. No. I think them days with this team, I think they're gone, mate. I think they've gone, I'm hoping so. Referee's just having his ubiquitous chat with the defenders and the attackers, as he always does. Just let them get on with it. If there's any foul play, blow your whistle, give a free kick or a penalty. You're not there to police. You're there to enforce the laws of the game. Meanwhile, Ertehaler's built a snowman and knocked it down while we're waiting for this corner to come in, it looks like. Right, another deep corner. Looking for probably one of our smallest players on the pitch. Duarte at the back post. I don't understand that corner at all. We've got Grudjic in there. We've got probably the tallest player on the pitch in Biedrzycki. And we put it to the back post where little Duarte is with two defenders. Set pieces in the modern game are so important. We don't pose enough of a threat from them. Ronaldo picks that ball up after a loose pass, plays it into Duarte, edge of the box. That's going to be a free kick and a yellow card, surely. It is a yellow card. That was for number 13. Who's number 13? Ziekiol. So he's going to have to play. He's going to have to play the remainder of this game. He's going to have to be on his best behaviour. Yeah, cynical that. This pitch, when you look at the conditions, it is in remarkably good condition. I'm assuming they've had it covered. There's the Wisla fans. Made the journey. Now, what can we do from this free kick? We've got Ertehaler there. We've got Ronaldo there. Oof. The wall did its job. Be another corner to Wisla down this left-hand side. We're getting enough practice at these corners now. Surely, by this stage, Ertehaler's got his range sorted. Now we've taken it short to Kaziemka. Kaziemka puts one to the back post. Too much on it. There's a player gone down. Holding his... what's he holding there? He's got his back to me, so I can't see. It's either his face, his chest. It'll be his face, won't it? Ziekiol it is. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with him. Get up, son. Ooh, that's good, that. Dandelion and burdock. Off looking at the sky, there's more snow on the way. Let's hope we don't get a downfall before the end of this game. It does look like it's coming in though in the distance. Now Carbo's holding. Come on, man up. I think he must have concussion. Don't know what he was trying to do there, Carbo. Not had the best starts to this game. Given the ball away a couple of times, once dangerously so. Been a little bit wayward with his passing. Maybe he's a little bit rusty after the international break. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Redardo's been left in a heap. Familak didn't agree having a word with Redardo there. It matters not. The referee's blown his whistle. Get on with it. Yeah, there was nothing in that. In fairness, he did milk it, Redardo, but contact after the ball was gone, so a free kick, rightly so. No bias there at all. Krzyzanowski's finding plenty of space down this left-hand side. It's back with Grujic. Now with Biedrzycki. Back to Grujic, down the left-hand side to Krzyzanowski. Puts a cross in first time. Duarte, you could see what he was trying to do there. Flick it on, got too much on it and put it over the crossbar. Previous header, he didn't get enough on it, and that one, yeah, far too much on it. Don't want to get on his back though. You know, at least he's getting into the position, which is the main thing. Against Polonia Warszawa, we were woeful. Didn't create enough chances at all. Obviously, if that attempted goal, the shot on goal from Duarte goes the other side of the post, it's a different game altogether, but it would have masked what was a poor performance from Wisła. Didn't create enough chances, didn't look dangerous, didn't do anything really. And like I said in the description of this video, this live stream, we got what we deserved from that game, which was nothing. Schoolboy defending, costing us goals, and not creating chances. Just short of the half-hour mark, still 0-0. Wisła have had the better chances, although Pogon have come close themselves. Couple of occasions. Krzyzanowski puts one down that left-hand channel looking for Duarte. Unlucky there from Redardo, trying to find Ertahala. That'll be a free kick given away by Geiger. No, the referee says play on. Nice little nutmeg there from Redardo to Krzyzanowski, edge of the box. Carbo's trying to win it back. Now there's going to be a booking, is there? No, it is a free kick though to Pogon. This referee, when he goes marching, he marches over at a good rate of knots, and he looks like he's going to get his cards out. Not sure what that was for. That's a good tackle. There was nothing wrong with that tackle. It was just like a block tackle. This we're just edging it in the possession stakes, 52%. Kaziemka on the ball. He's been a little bit quiet, not done anything, but he's just not had the ball. He's over on this left-hand side now with Duarte. Skins the fullback, uses his pace. I mean, the fullback's not going after the ball. He's just used his body to shield the ball. And as soon as they feel the contact, they go down and the referees always fall for it. Yeah, throw yourself to the floor, get the free kick, job done. It's the modern game. Keeper goes long from that free kick, no playing it out from the back. Good agricultural clearance there from Biedrzycki, puts Wisła on the front foot. Free kick given there. No, referee says play on. I think the cameraman was zooming in on Duarte on the floor, so I couldn't tell you. Ziemka back over on that right-hand side now. Loses possession, wins it back well though. Now it's with Geiger, gets a chance to put a cross in, puts a good cross in there. Krzyżanowski in the box, lets it go to Duarte. Now back to Krzyżanowski. Good feet there from the fullback. Duarte with a cross comes in that's deflected. Just won't fall for Wisła. It's just falling in that awkward position where nobody can get a strike on it. But at least we are looking more dangerous. I think we in this first 30, almost 32 minutes, I think we've created more chances than we did in the whole game against Polonia Warszawa at home. So, good to see. Good to see. Big Bakim with a... Too much on that. Not a good cross. Be a goal kick. Yeah, it looks like... we've got a little bit more pattern to our play. Whether that's because Ertehaler is playing in behind Radado again. Duda had been playing that spot, hadn't he? And Ertehaler out on the left in place of Duarte. But he's reverted back to what we were playing in the early part of the season, had Mario shot. So, it does look like we are creating a little bit more with Ertehaler more central. We'll go through the substitutes bench at half-time. It's going to be a cold day if you're a goalkeeper, that's for sure. Going to have to keep warm. Keeper goes long, not playing it out from the back at... I'm wondering if there's a bit of a breeze there as well, because that ball seemed to die on the halfway line. That one's kind of holding up a little bit as well, so maybe Wisła have got the wind behind the back in this first half. Not always an advantage, because when you're playing that through ball, it takes the ball away from the intended recipient. So, defensively, yeah, it does help. But not always when you're on the attack as Wisła are at present. Duarte in the penalty area with a nice run. Stayed onside as well. It's back with Grujic. Biedrzycki. This we're trying to keep... Don't be losing it there, blimey. I thought he had. Did well there, Biedrzycki. Tries to put a shot in though, when there was a simple pass out to the right-hand side to Ziemka, and we're under pressure now. A ball through the middle. Geiger comes over. Still danger here for Wisła. Cross into the middle. Headed clear by Grujic. Recycled though by Pogon. We can't get this ball clear. They've got numbers in the box. Chance for a shot to come in. It does come in. Good hands from Lekiewicz. Number 13 for... I take it back when I said earlier. Just having a look at this again. Yeah, good save that from Lekiewicz. Not sure if there would have been an offside or Biedrzycki played. Yeah, it would have been offside. Podlinski, number 13. Centre forward for Pogon. I said earlier on that Biedrzycki, tallest player on the pitch. I take that back. It's got to be number 13, player in shot there, Podlinski. He looks an absolute unit. He looks like he'd be all right on a rugby field, let alone a football field. So we're going to have to be aware of that. Play some nice football at times, do Pogon. Good defending there from Krzyzanowski. Yeah, they do play some good football. They just tend to get themselves in a little bit of a mess sometimes defensively. Hopefully, we can capitalise on that. We are trying to put the press on. That'll be a free kick against Krzyzanowski. A little push in the back. They're underway quickly again, Pogon. They've got... the target man. Go on, Igbekim, win it. Win it. He does win it, and then he wins the free kick as well. Good play there from Igbekim. Yeah, they've got the target man in the middle in Podlinski. And if he gets isolated with any player, maybe Biedrzycki would be able to challenge. But if you isolate him with, say, Geiger, or even Grudzic to some degree, he's probably going to be winning the header. Need to win this midfield battle, do Wisła. We're doing all right in this first half. Winning our first share of ball. Geiger bringing it forward. Spreads it left to Krzyzanowski. Out to Duarte down this left-hand side. Back into the box with Krzyzanowski. He'd made the overlap. Pulls it back. A corner to Wisła down this left-hand side. I lost the ball then in the snow. It's a throw-in. Lovely play from Krzyzanowski, gets the cross in. Defender under no pressure though there, had time to take it on his chest and get the clearance in. This level of football, you don't often get that, so there's, Wisła need to be a little bit sharper in there. Duarte to Krzyzanowski once again. Do you know Krzyzanowski down this left-hand side, he's seen far more of that ball than Koziemka on that right-hand side. Koziemka's got quite a bit of space there as well. Geiger finds him now. Trying to go down that right-hand side. Slips. Loses his footing. Does manage to luckily get a throw in though. Yeah, he's not seen much of the ball, Koziemka, so he's not really been much of a threat. To Harler, to Grudzic. Grudzic driving forward. Now, I think that was an awful pass, but I think just before he made the pass, I think it bobbled, so we'll let him off with that one. Just 6 minutes plus a little bit of stoppage time before they get in for a cup of tea and an orange and a regroup. I think if we go in like this at half-time, I think Mariuszczuk will be quite happy. We created the chance. We should have been 1-0 to the good. That was a great opportunity. Free header at the back post for Duarte, which he put wide. There's that man Podlinski again. He won the physical battle with Carbo, and then Grudzic came in with what looked like a good tackle. Yeah, he got the ball, and then the referee's given a free kick against him. A little bit unlucky there. Do need to watch that man there, though. If they can get a decent delivery into him, he is going to be winning the header. So we'll see. We'll see who we put marking him. Let's hope we don't put the smallest player on the pitch, which often happens. I never know why that happens. I think both teams are coping well with these conditions. It is slippy out there. Oh, just get the ball away. Miscommunication at the back there between Krzyzanowski and Lakiewicz. It was like the Chuckle brothers to me, to you. Nobody wanted to take control. Almost gifting a goal to Pogon before half-time through indecision. That'll be a goal kick to Wisla. Yeah, I'm not sure. Krzyzanowski and Krzyzanowski's saying to Lakiewicz there, I need a shout, or I couldn't hear you. I mean, realistically, he was never going to get there, Lakiewicz. He needed to give a shout to Krzyzanowski to get it clear. You know, he had a full view of the situation. Not sure that would have counted anyway, though. There was a pull on Krzyzanowski's shirt there. This were on the attack, though, with Krzyzanowski. Now he's got space in the penalty area. Pulls one back there looking for Igbekim. Igbekim with the header, but can only put it into the keeper's arms. You know, we're not looking for perfection. You're never going to get it. But there's certain things that are basic. If in doubt, just put it clear. And Lakiewicz there needs to be shouting to Krzyzanowski, clear it. He was never going to get there. Wisla on the attack again. Ridado plays it across to, looking for Kaziemka. Poor pass. It's one of them passes where you make it and hope that your teammate can make something of it. Well done there by Carbo. Didn't get possession, but just stopped that forward momentum. Oof, blimey. Thought he'd played that ball to Ridado then, the keeper. He hadn't, though. Did well. In fact, Pogon did well to get out of that situation then. Got plenty of room in midfield now. Wisla just dropping off before half-time. Podlinski came deep there. Trying to pull the Wisla defenders with him out of position. All over the top there, looking for Podlinski, but Grudgy could track the run. Excuse me, track the run and did well. Geiger's been left on the floor. Did he get anything to the face? No, he's back up now. Does well, Geiger. Nice clearance to Ertahala. Now it's with Igbekim. Needs to get that ball to Duarte. Gets pulled back. That's surely a yellow card. And kicking the ball away, although you'll only get one yellow card for that. It was Zielonka for Pogon breaking up Wisła's attack there. Plenty of yellow cards coming for Pogon in this first half. That's 4 of the players on yellows. Zielonka's not short either. Yeah, it does look like, we just saw that there is snow coming down and it's definitely at the back of Wisla. It's more pleasant playing with the wind at your back, but it often is more difficult because that ball just runs away. You know, any through ball. Krzyzanowski pulls one back. Was that handball? No, it's with Duarte. Tries to put one to the back post. It's with Ertahala. Looking for someone edge of the box. Carbo chips one to the... Almost chipped it into the car park. Got too much on it. Not been quite on his A game today, Carbo. That was handball, but outside of the penalty area for one, and actually did Wisla a favour because it diverted it into Duarte's path. Adrian's in live chat. Adrian, good to see you, my friend. Says hello, everyone. No added on time at the end of the first half by the referee. We're going all square. Good to see you, Adrian. There's the mighty Wisla fans. The ones that have made the trip and have been allowed in. Good on you. Good on you. What do you make of that first half, Adrian? I think we've created... Frankie says, hi, Adrian. I think we've created more chances in that first half than we did in the whole Polonia Warszawa game. Right, let's have a little bit of quiet while we have a chat. Yeah, so let's go through the substitutes bench. What are the options for Wisla in this second half? We'll do Pogon's substitutes bench first. Don't laugh at the pronunciation, Adrian. Just put your fingers in your ears for a moment, mate, while I butcher some of these names. So they have got Demianyuk, Kolodziejski, Kozlowski, Niezgoda, Pekulski. Oh, my word. I hope number 21 doesn't come on. Stipulkovsky, Tomkiel, and Zibrog. This will go with, we've got Banyovsky, we've got Bozic, we've got Broder, no surprise there. We've got Colli, Duda, Kutwa, Lisicki, Nikaj, and Omic. He's gone heavy on the defensive. Has Maria shot there? No. We have got no Lelyveld. I don't know if he's picked up an injury. I didn't see it before kick-off today. No Sukinicki. I think Sukinicki is trying to get his form back playing for the Wisla second team. I know that Nikaj has been scoring. I think he had 2 goals the other week playing for Wisła's second team. So hopefully at some point he can come on and put that goal scoring prowess into the first team. Adrian says, I am doing over hours, so I watched the game with one eye. What I see is not the best performance. He says, nice pronunciation. You're very kind, Adrian. Thank you very much. I do my best, and that's all you can do. Yeah, it's not been the best half. There's been a few mistakes, but it's not been the worst half. And the reason I say that is we have created chances. If we'd have had that half and not had any chances as well, I'd be looking to make maybe a couple of changes at half time. The chance that Duarte had at the back post under no pressure, just the keeper to beat with a header, and he's put it wide. It happens, we know, but it's not good. It isn't good. We need to be taking, realistically, take a point today, all right, but we need to be taking 3 points, let's be honest. Our head-to-head against Pogon is pretty good. The last 2, I could only find two fixtures, and it's 2 victories for Wisla. We had the game of the weekend, for me, was played on Friday, and that was Grodzisk at home to Śląsk-Wrocław. It finished in a draw, which did, I'm looking at the table now, it did Wisla a favour, because if Grodzisk had got the 3 points there, they'd have moved on to 34 points. If Wisla had nothing from today, we'd be on 38 points. And that, where we had that buffer at the top of the league, what was it? It was 8 points, it was 9, it was 11 points, it was 12 points, and it was looking like we could be going into the winter break, realistically, with what? A 15 point lead into the winter break. How good would that have been? As it happens, we slipped up. We slipped up against Polonia Warszawa. We got what we deserved from that game, which was nothing. Like I said, schoolboy defending, the wall splitting. No chance for Lukiewicz. But what a difference it could have been if the chance that Duarte had gone an inch to the left and it goes in off the post instead of going for a goal kick. These small margins at this level of football, it can be the difference between staying in the division you're in and getting promotion. I'm not saying we're at that stage yet, but we've seen it so many times in so many different leagues over so many years where these small margins, when you look back at the end of the season and you think, if only you hadn't made the tackle, if only the referee hadn't made a wrong decision, if only the linesman hadn't put his flag up, So these small margins can come back to haunt you. We're not at that stage. Our destiny this season is in our own hands. Let's be honest. At worst, Wisla, we're going to make the playoffs. We just are, but we don't want to be doing that. We want to be going up as champions. How nice would it be to be going up with? The ideal scenario for me would be with about 5 games to go, we'd be going up, and we'd be going up either. Are we going up as champions or are we going up in the runners-up spot? Obviously, you want to go up as champions. There's financial benefits to it as well. We also want a good cup run. It still is our pathway into European football. And yet we can debate, do we want European football going back up into the Ekstraklasse? Is it a distraction? Is it going to take away from our focus on the beginning of the Ekstraklasse campaign? I don't care. The professional footballers, the squad is big enough. We want the funds coming in. Let's have a good cup run. Let's see if we can get into Europe, I should say. Can we get a European campaign going where we don't just qualify, we then have it over the season to focus on? That's what the club is big enough. I think sometimes we look at the club and we think, let's get back into the Ekstraklasse. Let's see if we can have a season of consolidation and get in there and build. And no. The club is big enough. The club's history is big and great enough. I know club history doesn't guarantee you success, but what it does do is show people what can be and what has been, and you strive for bigger and better. For the club, rather than being a little bit timid and thinking, yeah, let's just consolidate. Let's get in there 1 game a week. Let's see if we can finish mid-table and maybe make some sense. Let's hit the ground running. Let's go for it. We're here for a good time, aren't we? We're not here for a long time. And some of these players, when you look at their ages, if we get into the Ekstraklasse next year, they're not going to want to hang around while we consolidate for a season or 2 and then see if we can move on, see if we can drive on from there. They come look at Ronaldo. He's in his peak. You look at some of the players and it's like, we want to be doing it now. It's all right for the likes of Kaziemka. You look at Krzyzanowski, Duda, Lakiewicz. We've got youth coming through. Ideal. But some of the older players in this squad, they want to be playing in Europe. They want to be going for Ekstraklasse titles. They want to be winning cups. Not just surviving. Can we pick up a draw? Can we go for the win? Go for the win. I know it's easy to say when your job's not on the line. But I always remember Sir Alex Ferguson saying, you may as well go for the win. Because, yeah, if you go for the win, do everything and it's a draw, all right, you've got the draw. But if you lose, you've lost a point. So what? You might gain 3. We want to be picking up 3 points. Adrian says, Duarte had a brilliant performance in the first 5 matches. Later it was worse and worse. Hope he gets his shape back. In that first 5 games, Duarte was absolutely everything he touched. it was golden, wasn't it? He just couldn't do anything wrong. And he had a couple of iffy games. I don't know if he picked up an injury and was still playing, but his form dropped. His form dropped. Then he lost his place, didn't he? And losing it to Ertahala is, for me, the real kicker for him. And I think it knocked his confidence a little bit. You know, he when he came on, he's been unlucky, hasn't he? He's had a couple of one-on-ones with keepers, and it's not gone his way. It's not good, but I think he just needs that. I think he needs that one goal. If he'd have put that goal, that header in today, I think it'll fire him up again, and his confidence will grow again. Because you know what he's like. At the start of the season, edge of the box, he was putting shots in, he was scoring from the edge of the box. He just knew. He just knew it's going in. Now, I think he's overthinking everything. I don't think it was a good idea to put Ertahala on that left-hand side in place of Duarte, because obviously Ertahala's position is in behind Ronaldo. I don't think Ertahala was playing well either. And I think Mariusz Jopp, he's tried to find that partnership, hasn't he, that we had early on in the season with Ronaldo and Ertahala. It was fantastic the way them two played. Ertahala's form dropped off a little bit. The same time, Duarte's form dropped off a little bit. And I think at some point now, Mariusz Jopp is going to have to be ruthless. Bosic is scoring in the friendly match, you know, the sparring match. We couldn't get a stream for it, so which was disappointing. But I've got a feeling down this left-hand side, if you are going to leave Duarte out, you don't put Ertahala on this left-hand side. You put Bosic on this left-hand side. Bosic is going to be an absolute baller for this. I can just see it now. He's got the size, he's got the guile, he's got the skill, he's got everything really. And I think the more he plays for Wisła, I get a feeling he's going to overtake Duarte, and Duarte is going to become a substitute. I think we've seen the best of Duarte, and when Duarte fires on all cylinders like he did for 5-6 games, he was fantastic. However, was that his peak, and now he's sort of gone off the boil and he's on the downward slide? Because if he is, Bosic will take that place, and once Bosic gets in playing regular football, I don't think Duarte gets back in this team on a regular basis. Maybe on player rotation, and I'm not saying with her yet. Don't get me wrong. I fully expect in this second half Duarte to come out, have an absolute blinder, score 2, and be man of the match. He's got that capability. It's just not falling for him yet. But my fear for him is, and it's a good thing for Wisła, but my fear for him is he doesn't raise his game for whatever reason, whether it's a confidence thing, I don't know. Who knows what goes on off the field as well? I don't know. But for sure, he is not firing on all cylinders. But I'm pretty sure now, if Mariusz Jopp thinks, right, I'm going to take you out of the team, I don't think Ertahala goes on that left-hand side anymore. I think Bosic gets on that left-hand side. And I also think that if Ertahala cannot perform centrally behind Ronaldo, I don't think he gets put out on that left-hand side in place of Bosic. No chance. No chance whatsoever. So for some of these players in this team, it's make or break. Not today. Not before. I don't know. I was going to say not before the winter break either, but maybe so, because who knows what deals are going to done. If we want to buy, we're going to have to sell. I don't think Mariusz Jopp would want to sell, but I think JK would. He's already said we can maybe make 3 signings, between 50 and 100,000 euros. That's absolutely peanuts, isn't it? So if we're going to make any, let's call them statement signings. The next season in the extra class, we are going to have to sell. Who are we going to sell? Who are we going to get money for? Obviously, Redardo's going to stay, fingers crossed. But somebody like Duarte will get sold because you've got Bozic, who he's hard on his heels now. And I think there's a real danger that if in this next game or two, Duarte doesn't start finding his form again, I think he might struggle this season. And I could kind of see Wisla moving him on if they can get some money. I hope that doesn't happen and I hope he finds his form. But let's just say quickly as well, Adrian says, I think Duda could play in second tier and rebuild its form. Have you seen Redardo's brother scoring hat-trick yesterday? I haven't seen it. I've seen an article about it, mate. And yeah, this is another thing. But see, there's so much stuff going on. I need to do some videos on Wisla, which on what's going on off the field as well. But did you see who's in charge of the extra Krakow now, Adrian? Coach Moscow. We're back underway for the second half. That's what I mean. There's never enough time to talk about Wisla, what's going on off the field, let alone you throw in what's going on, on the field. But the other thing I wanted to add, just before we get into the second half now, I don't think Duda playing in behind Redardo has worked. I get the feeling it's more of an Ertahala position. Yeah, it's just going to run behind for a goal kick. I think it's more of an Ertahala position than a Duda position. I think Duda can play that position in front of a defensive midfield too. But I don't think Duda plays... Oh, we're playing it out from the back. Yeah, nice clearance down that left-hand channel. That'll do. I don't think he plays right on the edge of the penalty area with Redardo. I just don't think that's him. I still want to see Ardit Nikaj. I know Nikaj has been scoring for the second team, hasn't he? So he had a brace the other week. And he's back on the substitutes bench today as well. Koziemka with a shot. Yeah, didn't quite get hold of it, did he, with his right foot there. Kutwa was scoring, I see, for the Polish under-21s with a nice goal from the edge of the penalty area again. Good effort there from Kutwa. I mean, Kutwa coming through at his age. We have got an abundance of central defenders now at Wisla. We've got Uriger, who's on his way back to playing. We've got Mikulek, who's back training. When you look at the defensive options for Wisla now, we're doing well. I think maybe midfield we're a little bit light. We've got the option of playing Ertahala on either the left or right side. Duarte can play the left or right side, but ultimately, and obviously we've got Bozic as well. Ultimately, I'd like to see Koziemka down the right-hand side, and I'd like to see Bozic down that left-hand side. And I'd like to see Redardo playing with Ardit Nikaj as a front two. I keep saying it. Cross comes in there. Wisla have got a chance to break here now. We've got Koziemka. He's got room to run into now. He's got no support really apart from Duarte. Duarte couldn't get on the ball either. Yeah, it was nobody really busting a gut there to get in the penalty area apart from Duarte. What can he do? Can he get across? Wins a corner down this right-hand side. Adrian says, think Duda could play in second tier, brother hat-trick yesterday. He says, okay, I need to go. Have fun watching the second half. Yeah, thanks for calling in, Adrian. Good to see you, mate. Take well. Don't work too hard. It is the Lord's Day. It's a Sunday. just trying to see there. It looks like it stopped sleeting, snowing kind of thing, which is good for Wisla. Koziemka on this right-hand side after a poor corner again from Ertahala. Backs to the byline. It gets blocked. It's not gone out of play though. Gets it back to Ertahala. This will win that throw in. Geiger gets us back underway. Wisla on the attack once more at the start of this second half. We've started well. This first 5 minutes, we don't always do it. Like I've said before, we're sometimes still in the changing rooms, but not on this occasion. Geiger, nice ball into Koziemka. Lovely turn from Koziemka there. Puts a cross in to the back post. Nobody there though. Krzyzanowski was a day late and a dollar short trying to get there. Falls to Ertahala though, edge of the box. Now it's with Koziemka. Crossed in, edge of the box and cleared. Now it's with Igbakim. Grujic bringing it forward. Duarte back to Grujic. Out to Krzyzanowski on that left-hand side. Back with Duarte to Krzyzanowski. Edge of the box, Ertahala turns. Back to Grujic. Come on, Wisla, get the ball into the box. Comes to nothing. Comes to nothing. Disappointing when I see things like that. Chance to put the ball in the box. I mean, I'm not saying aimlessly lump it in there, but we were going nowhere down that left-hand side and there was opportunities. This will win that ball back though now. It's with Duarte. Plays a ball down to Rodado in that channel, looking to get a crossing. Does get a crossing. Cleared by Pogon though. It's all very tight on the edge of the box. Ertahala, what can he do? He gets a yard for his shot. It's blocked. Then it's cleared. It's back with Lakiewicz. No changes for Wisla at half-time. Carbo back doing his defensive duties, then he'll get a free kick. Yeah, clearly pulled. Just after the game as well, I just want to go through what the results are from this round 17 in the BetClic 1. It's an ideal opportunity now for Wisla to increase the lead once more. With Śląsk Wrocław drawing away at Grodzisk, 2-2 that finished. In theory, it was the ideal. The one thing we didn't want a Grodzisk win. So it was an ideal result for Wisla. We just need to capitalise on it. Unlucky there, Duarte. Back with Lakiewicz. Clearance first time. Lovely. That's what I like to see. Nothing fancy. Winning the second ball. Now it's with Rodado. Now we're on the front foot. He's got Koziemka down this right-hand side. Koziemka runs at the full-back, gets to the byline, then cuts back, plays it to the edge of the box, Rodado. Rodado with nothing, really. With nothing. Just gives away a free kick. The sun has set in Poland. It looks like that breeze has died down a little bit. which will help Wisla ultimately. So just getting a little bit scruffy at the moment. Let's see what Duarte can do. Back to Grujic. Back to Likiewicz. Nothing fancy here. That's okay. He's giving it away, looking for Ertahala, but he's giving it away on the halfway line. That's, you know, that happens. Don't give it away on the edge of your own penalty area and you're laughing. Igbekim spreads the ball through the middle there to Duarte. Player's gone through the back of him, number 3. Not on a yellow card, that's Denbeck. Ridardo's come over having a word, saying to the referee, you're not going to get your card out there. Looks like he's done him on the calf. Let's have a look. Was there any... Oh, we saw it a bit too late, the replay. Denbeck doesn't look impressed there. Thinks Duarte is making a little bit of a meal of it. Carbo comes and says to the referee, yeah, you're going to have a word with him. Or, no, the referee, just get on with it, lads. That's what we like to see, ultimately. Kaziemka down this right-hand side. He's got a little bit of space. So Biedrzycki goes left to Grujic, then gets the ball back. This we're using the full length, the full width of the pitch. You've got Kaziemka down the right-hand side with chalk on his boots. Krisinovsky down the left-hand side, chalk on his boots, mixed with a little bit of snow. And now the referees, are they saying the ball's gone flat? Yeah. Referee stops play. Yeah, back underway. Carbo spreads it right to Kaziemka. Cuts inside. Defender gets a foot in it there, though, but the deflection's kind and goes to Geiger. Geiger inside to Carbo. Tries finding Igbekim, who's under pressure, and now's a chance for Pogon to break on Wisla. Now Duarte is left one on. He's going to get a yellow card, is he? No. No, he's not. Or is he? Yeah, he is. He's going to get a yellow card for that, Duarte. Any for your thoughts, Duarte? I wonder what's going through his head right now. Let's see, what was there in this? Yeah, it was a little bit high. I'm not sure how much contact there actually was, though. I think he pulled out a bit, Duarte. Either way, it matters not. Referee's given a free kick and booked him. Get on with it. Yeah, I wonder what's going through his mind. Is he still... Is he still dwelling on that missed opportunity in the first half? I doubt so. I doubt it. I hope not. Still plenty of time to redeem himself anyway. Pogon coming down this left-hand side. He had a lucky deflection off the back of the Pogon player there, but it's cleared by Wisla. 12.5 minutes gone in this second half. That's gone really quickly, that. I just get the feeling that within the next sort of 5-10 minutes there's a goal on the way. Hopefully it's going to be for Wisla. You know, when you get that feeling in your bones. Blimey, look at that. The player's taking a run up. He's starting in the snow. He's going to need a hop, skip and a jump just to get out of it. Puts a long throw in, a good long throw as well. Cleared by Duarte. No player left up front though for Wisla. So it's just going to come straight back into the penalty area. We knew that man was going to win. We knew that man was going to win Podlinski, which he did. Wisla giving the ball away at the moment. Maybe just need to sit in for 5 minutes. There's the flick on from Podlinski. I thought he was offside as well. Who's that, number 6? Fliss. Had a swing and a miss. Krzyzanowski was also booked for a challenge off the ball there. We didn't see it. We just seen a replay of it. It was something and nothing, but all into the middle. Good handling once again from Lukiewicz. Yeah, Krzyzanowski picked up a yellow card then for an incident off the ball. Carbo to Ridado, still deep. We want him further up the field than that. There's no one in the centre forward position at all at the moment. 3 defenders there stood talking to each other because there's no Wisla player within 10 yards of him. Koziemka cuts inside now. It's back with Biedrzycki over to Grudzic. Loose pass there. He'll keep it in, but instead of surveying his options, he's more concentrating on keeping the ball in, and then he gets put under pressure, and it's back with Lukiewicz. Lukiewicz to Koziemka. Koziemka does well there. Lovely bit of skill from the youngster. Inside to Ertahala. He's got room to move forward now. Over on the left-hand side, we've got Duarte with a bit of room. He's found by Igbakim. Now we've got a few numbers in the box. Grudzic puts a cross in. Too deep though, and Koziemka can't keep that in. Plenty of fluidity once again at the start of this second half from Wisla, as in centre half there is putting the cross in from the left-hand side. Good to see. Right, we're going to make a substitute. We're going to see Duda and Bozic coming on. That's going to be for Ertahala, and Duarte is going to come off, I'm pretty sure. That Snow is coming back now. The Snow is coming back. Yeah, he's seen enough, I think. Giving it 15 minutes of this second half, Mariusz Jop. Not quite happy with what he's seen, so he is going to make them changes. Krzyzanowski, once again down that left-hand side. Back to Duarte. I think your number's coming up. It's back with Grudzic. Biedrzycki centrally. Back with Ertahala. Bog's out of play. There's a chance now to make them changes. Another loose pass from Biedrzycki looking for Grudzic. Thought we were going to make the changes then. Not quite ready. Both the players are ready on the halfway line. Maybe the paperwork's not quite been filled in. Long ball over the top. Too much on it. That'll be a goal kick to Wisla. Right. There's Bozic and... Oh, Koziemka's coming off. So I'm assuming Duarte is going to go over onto this right-hand side and Bozic will play down that left-hand side. And we're bringing off Igbakim as well for Duda. Right. I don't quite understand that one. Mariusz Jop's the man. Mind you, a lot of it now is how many kilometres a player's run, and I think Igbakim today has done okay in that central midfield role. It's left Carbo on, who's been a little bit below par today. I mean, if you were marking him out of 10, 6 being the average, I don't think you'd be giving Carbo any more than a 5 or a 6. You know, he's given the ball away quite a bit. Yeah, Duarte has come over on this right-hand side, and the snow is coming down now. It had stopped, but the snow is coming down in Poland. Just trying to see which way it's blowing. It looks like it's blowing across the field now towards Bozic down that right-hand side. Does well, Bozic there, finding Krzyzanowski. Now he's got the overlap. Poor pass from Krzyzanowski though, bit of a misunderstanding. Duarte with a nice sliding tackle. Grudzic clearing up. Sorry, Geiger clearing up. Back to Lukiewicz. Played to Biedrzycki. Back with Geiger. Back to Biedrzycki. Back to Carbo. Quarterbacking things. What can he do? Duarte's come deep for it. Nobody down the right-hand side for him because that's where he should be. Played into Duda. Duda with a nice turn there. Back to Duarte. Back to Duda. What can he do? Put a meaningful cross in maybe. Pulls it back to Geiger. Geiger back to Duda. Duda chips one into the box there, looking for Carbo, who'd made the run. Nice idea, just didn't quite come off. Chance here for Pogon to break. Ball over the top there. Cut out though by Geiger, does well. Now Bozic. Misunderstanding there with Ridado. Played it into space, but not on the same wavelength. You know, before today's game, I thought there'd be a 2 goals or over and a Wisla win with over 10 corners. I get the feeling that as soon as we get that first goal, we're going to get another goal. And obviously, you know, if Wisla can get the opener, I think Pogon, I think they're there for the taking, purely because, I'm not saying they're sitting in, but they're not committing forward. You know, en masse. You're sort of getting 3 or 4 players who are moving forward, but they're keeping that back line tight. Krzyzanowski inside there. Ridado, edge of the box, tries to get a bit of space for his left foot. Can't do it. Defender clears. Now it's with Bozic with a shot. Keeper down to his right. It's back with Bozic. That's what I like about Bozic. Oof, that just didn't quite come off the little back heel there now. Chance for Pogon. I'll set a break, but they've not exactly ploughing numbers forward. And Biedrzycki wins the ball. Referee's giving him a free kick against him. Not sure if the keeper was unsighted there from that Bozic shot. Did well though. Kept it out. That's the main thing. That's what he's there for. The referee, I'm not sure what he's having a word with Biedrzycki now. Biedrzycki wasn't happy, saying it wasn't a foul. The referee, now he's talked himself into the book. Why don't you just keep your mouth shut? He's not going to change his mind. The referee's called him over to tell, and Biedrzycki's waving his arms like this, and the referee's gone, have one of them then, son. So now you're going to be playing, what, 25 plus minutes on a yellow card. The referee isn't going to change his mind, regardless of how frustrating it is. He's still having a go at Biedrzycki. Just be quiet now and start concentrating. Playing fantastically well for Wisla this season. We don't want him to go getting a stupid red and knock his confidence. We had that at the start of last season. Let's get away from that now. Also looks kind of like Wisla are playing 3 at the back. I get the feeling we've gone with Grudzic. We've gone with Grudzic and Biedrzycki and Geiger, and down that left-hand side, Krzyzanowski's bombing on. Bozic in the middle there, in the pipe, who can play central. To Harlot. Geiger out to Duarte on this right-hand side. He cuts inside. Loses possession. Duarte with the tackle, wins it. Now it's with Carbo. Lovely back heel to Duda. Just couldn't get it under control to get the shot away. Duarte wins. Well, that didn't go out. It's a free kick. It's either a free kick or handball. It didn't go out of play. So they've given a throw in. Right, either way. We crack on. Now it's with Geiger down his right hand side. Back to Duarte. He's got time to pick out a pass. Plays it to Duda. Duda plays it to Geiger on the byline. Puts a cross in. Edge of the 6-yard box. Nobody there. It's cleared. Picked up by Grudzic. Krzyzanowski. Chance for a shot. Puts a shot in. Headed clear. And then an agricultural overhead clearance from Podlinski. Effective though. However, Geiger down the right hand side. Plenty of room to run into. Pulls it back to Ertehaler. Edge of the box. Back to Geiger. Nobody really in the middle in that poacher's role. And now's a chance for Pogon to break on Wisla. We've got numbers back. That's going to be a yellow card as well, given away by Grudgic. Took one for the team there. Do you know that there was ample opportunity there for Wisla to put one in the mixer, in you know, the edge of the 6-yard box. And there was nobody there. There was no Radado. There was no Ertahala. Nobody. Everybody's sort of hanging back for the clearance. And it's like, there's not going to be a clearance if nobody's in there putting a challenge on. You're not going to get one of them hurried clearances where it just drops to the edge of the area. It's going to be a decent clearance. 2 changes coming here for Pogon. Demanyuk and Zbrog have gone off. Or Zebrug have gone off. They've still left the man on up front, the striker. The height that he's got is an obvious danger, Podlinski. And he could use it from this free kick, which is in a dangerous position. Not a good free kick, cleared by Wisla, kind of, but they will recycle it. Will Pogon. They've still got numbers in the penalty area. It's a bit central now. Now it's put to the left-hand side. Who are marking from Wisla shouldn't get that amount of space in the penalty area. Jedrzicki comes in with a sliding clearance and the flag's gone up for offside. Too much room and too much space given there to Pogon. No, number 31, who's that? Clearly offside by about. Must have been a substitute who come on. I can't see who it is. He's about 5 or 6 yards offside. No, we're playing it out from the back now. With Jedrzicki back to Lekiewicz. Grudgic plays it to Krzyzanowski down that left-hand side. Now Carbo's come across. He's under pressure though. Slides in there, trying to win it back. Can't get the ball to Bozic though. Once again, Pogon on the attack down that right-hand side. Grudgic comes across. Does enough. Krzyzanowski gets it to Bozic. He's got a little bit of room. Gets some support from Carbo inside. Now it's with Krzyzanowski. Nice ball there to Duda. Duda loses possession though. He doesn't look up to speed. Doesn't look up to speed, Duda, since he's come on. I know it's difficult coming on as a substitute sometimes, but he just doesn't like... It's like everything's going on around him and he's not quite in tune with the ebb and flow of the game. The ball's come to him on a couple of occasions and he's kind of been tackled before he's even got the ball under control and tried moving it on or doing something with it. $18 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Still plenty of time for both teams to win this. I'd still expect Wisla to take all 3 points here. Not created as much in this second half, but we've got the likes of Bozic on now who can create something. I'd like to see Ardit Nikaj come on in place of Ertahala. Ertahala's not done too much today. Duarte needs to be careful there because he's already on a yellow card. Just looks like he's getting a little bit frustrated. Danger again here. Pogon getting across him from the left-hand side. Good handling once again from Lekiewicz. He's not had too much to do, Lekiewicz, today, but everything he has done, he's made a couple of good saves. His handling has been really good. He's made the right decision when the ball's been at his feet. Loose touch there by Ertahala. We lose possession again. Trying to atone for his error now. And now we will get the ball back. We are throwing down the right-hand side. Floodlights taking full effect now as the sun has set. Now it's with Bozic down that left-hand side. He cuts inside. lays it back to Grudzic with Krzyżanowski. Thinks about a cross, can't find anyone, so goes back to Grudzic. Krzyżanowski. Bozic. It's all getting a little bit tight down that left-hand side, and there's not the bodies in the box to put that cross in. Ridardo's on his own, isolated with ultimately 4 defenders around him. Duarte puts a cross in there. Ridardo gets a good header on it, but can't direct it goalwards. Punches the ground in frustration. And the chance goes a-begging. It was nothing more than a chance, but he would have expected to get it. You'd expect to get it on target from there. Good cross from Duarte. Keeper goes long for Pogon. This will win that second ball. Now Bozic brings it forward, edge of the box, lays it off to Duda. Tries pulling it back to Ridardo, edge of the box, and a defensive boot gets in the way. Now there's a chance here for Pogon down the right-hand side. They've got numbers in the box as well now. Cross comes in. Raul Geiger at the back post, puts it behind for a corner. Need to concentrate from this set piece, because they have got some height in the squad. Have Pogon. Everybody needs to pick the man, do your job. Hopefully Lakievitz, if it's close enough to him, can come out and get ideally a catch. But these conditions, I'd settle for a punch. Everybody seems to be on the goal line, so it's going to go right in that mixer. Grudzic got his head to it, and Lakievitz does claim the ball. Oh, dear me, tries to get Duarte away quickly. Defender comes across, and now that'd be a free kick, just a clash of ankles, but unlucky for Duarte. Once again, Pogon on the attack down this left-hand side. Tahalla doing some good defensive work there. Doesn't win the ball, but at least he holds play up and lets us get set, because we were caught out just a little bit there. Daydreaming. Long ball backwards there by Pogon. They've given up territory, but they've retained possession. They'll start again. Trying to come down that right-hand side. Just starting to see a little bit more space appear on the pitch now. They've got numbers forward here. Geiger gets in there. Finally cleared by Biedrzycki. Nobody up front for Wisła though. Ridardo finally gets there, but it's coming back to Wisła. However, there's plenty of room on that left-hand side now for Krzyżanowski to bring it forward. It's with Bozic. What can he do? Running at the full-back, who eventually gets over there. Cuts inside to Duda. Duda coming across the edge of the penalty area, looking for space for a shot. Can't get it, but finds Duarte. Duarte with a shot. It would have been a great back pass, that. No power on it, straight at the keeper. It's getting frustrating to watch this. Like I said, we've not created as many chances in this second half as we did in the first, but we're still well in this game, but we're a little bit light in midfield now. Since Igbekim's gone off, it's a lot of ground for Carbo to cover on his own, because Duda's finally getting there. It's going to be a corner down the right-hand side. Grudzic trying to bully the Pogon players. That's what we like to see. Saying he's pinched his neck. Let's have a look. Was there a bit of professional shithousery going on there? It looks like there might have been. Grudzic spun round then like the Pogon player had squoze his neck. You don't want it leaving like a love bite there, do you? And going on with that, you'd be getting a clout round the head off the missus. Honestly, love, I've not been with any. It's on telly, look. Corner comes in, headed clear by Wisla. Ronaldo it was, with the header. All still in play. Careful, you're in the penalty area, Sahala, in the penalty box. The ball breaks and a good save from Lakiewicz. Whenever they're in the penalty area and you've got two players running towards the ball, you want to need that tangle of legs, don't you? And the referee's got his whistle in his mouth, pointing at the penalty spot. Good save there from Lakiewicz. You'd expect him to make it, but even so. Chance, oh my word, at the back post from the corner. It was that man, number 13, Podlinski. Headed it back across goal. I thought it was going towards goal because it went over Lakiewicz's head, but just the angle of the camera. Now we are going to make... Here we go. So Duarte's coming off for Baniowski, and Adit Nikaj is coming on for Ertahala. So Duarte and Ertahala off. Baniowski and Nikaj on. He's going all out here now. Mariusz Jop in this final 10 minutes plus stoppage time. He's going for 3 points. Baniowski down this right-hand side. He's under pressure. Don't lose it there. Duda comes in and helps. Can only put it out for throwing down the right-hand side. Do you know, since he's come on, Duda, his body language is not positive. He's been a little bit frustrated a couple of times, and there again he was frustrated. We need a little bit of positivity in the team. Right, so we are playing 3 at the back, ultimately. Geiger on the right-hand side. Baniowski got 2 to beat. Gets to the byline, puts a cross in, it's blocked. It'll be a corner to Wisla. Then this right-hand side. Frankie James says, we so need something to happen. We do. What we don't want to do is go away from this game with no points. Right, so we've got Duda. He's going to be taking this corner from the right-hand side right-footed, so it's going to be an outswinger. We've got some height in the middle. We've got Nikaj, who's looking a bit trimmer now. Looks like he is fitter. It's headed clear. Edge of the box, Carbo. Then the right-hand side again to Duda. Duda puts a cross in. It's headed at the back post. Oh, my word. Keeper throwing himself to his right-hand side. Puts it round the post. It was a cross came in from the right-hand side from Duda. And it looked like Grujic it was who got his head to it. And the keeper with a smart save down quickly to his right-hand side. Oh, no, it's off the... Was it off the post? Off the keeper onto the post. This will tell us. It's going goalwards. Oh, dear me. I think the keeper might have got a fingertip on it. We'll see. Have they given her... Yeah, he did. He got a fingertip on it. It's another corner to Wisla down this left-hand side. Duda once again to take. It's going to be an in-swinger. Misiak's gone down on the floor. Gets pulled to his feet by Ronaldo. Biedrzycki's there saying, what? What? Careful when you're on a yellow card. Duda with the aeroplane sign. Resets the ball. It obviously means something to somebody. Let's hope we can get a red head to this. Let's see the net bulge. It's a nice corner swung in. Headed goalwards by Biedrzycki. Blocked. It's out with Biedrzycki. Gets it to Ronaldo. Twinkle toes in the penalty area. Carbo wins it back. Baniowski now with the ball. Room to run into the penalty area. Puts it into the middle. It's picked up by Carbo. Has a shot. Swing and a miss over. Doesn't quite make the car park. That just about sums Carbo's day up. Well, I've got to say, if somebody had said to me today, pick a score from this game, I certainly wouldn't have been saying at 83 minutes and 17 seconds it'd be 0-0. I don't think the conditions have played that much of a part in it. There's been some good defending, there's been some poor finishing, but there's been some good goalkeeping as well. Duda coming back doing some defending there. He's got Baniowski finds him down this right-hand side. He's got room to run into now. Plays it inside to Carbo. Carbo's got room. Can he switch play? It's with Krisanovsky. Gets it out to that left-hand side to Bozic. He's got the fullback to run at. He cuts inside. We've got numbers in the box. It's pulled across to Banyovsky. One-on-one with the fullback. Gets to the byline. Puts a cross in. It's deflected. It's not going to go out for a corner. It just bounces. Kindly for the keeper, actually. The geezer says, come on, boys. I didn't have surgery to see this. It's been a blight on your eyes, mate, I bet. It's been a frustrating afternoon, or morning, actually, in Connecticut. Oh, that's going to be that's one that's been left on. Do you know what? That's a yellow card for the Pogon player. I thought the way it was Familak who's been given the card. I thought the way that Carbo went into that tackle, he had his foot up. Oh, no. He did stand on him, so yeah, maybe I need to get my eyes done. I do for sure. Frankie James says, best statement ever. I disagree. The best statement ever would be, there's the opener for Wisła, followed by there's the winner for Wisła. Right, we've got numbers forward. We can't get any more attacking than this, surely to goodness. I'm just hoping that Ardit Nikaj can get on the end of it. Earn your place in the starting lineup with Radado. Cross comes in, it's headed clear. Banyovsky trying to win it on the edge of the box. It's put back into the mixer by Geiger, flicked on by Grujic. Agricultural clearance by Pogon. We need to win that header. We need to win this ball. Which Duda does. Comes away with it. Lovely skill from Duda, the Polish Messi. Brings it forward. He's got Banyovsky down the right-hand side, though. It's picked up by Nikaj. What can he do? Gets to the byline. Pulls it across. Oh, it comes off the defender. And the referee's blown his whistle. Has it gone behind for a corner? That's better from Nikaj. Frankie James says, I stand corrected. So bloody boring. So bloody boring at 0-0. Oh my word, maybe if you're a neutral, yeah, I get it. Yeah. It's the bigger picture. Just clears his nose on the pitch there, does Ardit Nikaj. Somebody will go sliding through that in a minute. Dude puts the corner in. It's going to fall to Bozic. Bozic! Ooh, there's a clash on the edge of the... No, do you know, I just had a flashback then. The referee had already blown his whistle for something. There was a collision as two players went for the same ball between Zyachiov, apologies, number 31, and Bozic. And it just reminded me of when Mikulek had that collision and they both players broke their legs. Mikulek back in training this week, if you haven't seen it already. This was the chance that came in from the cross from Nikaj. Oh, blimey. That's, if the referee hadn't already blown his whistle, that's a penalty, surely, to goodness. If the referee hadn't already blown his whistle, and that's a live ball, that's a penalty. The contact was right on the shin of Bozic. I've got a feeling the referee had already stopped the game though, so kind of a little bit irrelevant. Agiza says, we need wins, not drama. Get your thumbs out, fellas. Could have an excuse on a day like today, mate. They've got to keep them warm. Frankie James says, well said. Frankie James says, I'm surprised Jimmy's keeping a lid on it. Oh, it's there. It's up to about here. It's up to about here. I'll have to turn my microphone off for the release of the suppressed frustration. We're not at anger stage yet. Both officials going to let us know how much added on time we're going to get at the end of this. I think there'll probably be about 4 minutes. Another substitution being made by Pogon. They're taking off Podlinski. That's all right for us. He's not the best player with his feet, but he certainly causes some havoc with his height. Niezgoda are the player who's come on. Agiza says, I fear for the shed if this were concede. How dare you call it a shed? It's a state-of-the-art studio. It's a shed. You're right first time, mate. No point pretending to be something you're not, is there? It's a shed. Geiger, down the right-hand side. Last 30 minutes of the 90. Like I said, I'm hoping we're going to get at least 4 minutes of added on time. Referee didn't add 1 minute at the end of the first half. He must have been cooled. It's back with Biedrzycki. Geiger. Down this right-hand side to Baniowski. Gets a bit lucky there. Does Baniowski. Wins a throw-in for Wisla. It's going to be difficult for Geiger to put a long throw-in because the snow is coming right into his face, so he's got that breeze against him as well. Biedrzycki's gone forward for this now. Wisla are going for the 3 points here. Good to see. Not happy with the draw, whether you're away from home or not. Carbo picks it up. Do you know when it's your season, it's games like this, and yeah, 4 minutes of added on time we've got. It's games like this into injury time. Oh my word, Lukiewicz slipped. I think that was a shot, but he is back. These are the kind of games you win. They're the kind of games you win, and you look back on the season and you think, blimey, we did well there. Frankie James says, 4 minutes. Come on, boys. Totally agree, Frankie James. Bozic puts a cross into the box. Not the best cross, easily cleared. Biedrzycki with a nice header there. Back out to Bozic. Goes back to Grujic. Wisla, we've got plenty forward. Pogon quite happy to sit in now. They'll try and counter, but they'll be happy with a draw. Baniowski down the right-hand side. Plays it into Geiger. Pulls it back. Chance for Duda. Shot. Keeper with an amazing save to his right-hand side. It's a corner to Wisla. I thought the net was going to bulge then. Nothing Duda did wrong at all. Just a good save from the keeper. Good save, because he didn't have the best view of it either. Right. Let's see what we can do from this corner down that left-hand side. Duda swings it in right on top of the keeper. Keeper punches and then headed further clear. It's back in though. Ridado does well to win that ball. Lays it off to Baniowski. Baniowski tries to put a cross in. It's blocked. We don't want to be losing the ball here. Duda gets one in the face. Referee gets in the way. Stops play. And that did Wisla a favour because Pogon there were looking to break. They've got frustration with the referee, and rightly so. However, rules is rules. Agiza says, it would be a shame to waste the help the rest of the league has given this week. Frankie James says, bulging net with a laughing face. Mind out the gutter. Yeah, Agiza, definitely. The results have gone in our favour this week. Just over 60 seconds to go. Grujic bringing that ball forward. I've got to remind myself to talk now rather than just watch the game intently. Oh, we lose possession. Win it back through Carbo. Then Carbo loses possession. Chance now for Pogon to break on us. Carbo comes back, takes one for the team. That's going to be a yellow card. And the final attack of the game is probably going to be for the home side, which is not what we wanted. We wanted somebody like a Biedrzycki or a Grujic to leap like a salmon from a corner or a free kick. Smash it in the back of the net. Be the hero. It's not going to be today. Frankie says we need something to spice the game up. Yeah. Well, we've got 20 seconds to go. Looking down here, it's probably over with because that's in front of me by about 20 seconds, which is why I cover it up. I can't see it. Need to concentrate here now. If we've got to take our medicine and take a point, then that's so be it. Chance for Nikaj to get it clear. Wins a throw in for Wisla. Yeah, he does win the throw in. Like that. We'll take it. I don't think they know where it came off. What's the referee doing here now? No, they are. What's the referee doing? Has he blown his whistle or that's it? Yeah, that's it. It's all over with. A 0-0 draw. Did not expect that at all. Do you know... Right. Let's try and think of the positives from this game. We've gone away from home. Difficult conditions. Fair enough for both teams, but difficult conditions. We've come away with a point. The first half, we created more chances than we did in the whole Polonia Warszawa game, so that's a positive. Second half, not so positive, but we fought hard. We had chances, a couple of good saves from their keeper as well. But in fairness, Likiewicz has done enough today to keep his hands warm, so overall on the day, is a draw a fair result? As a neutral, you'd probably say yeah. As a Wisla supporter, I would say no. We should have won that. That's probably a little bit of red-tinted glasses on. But, a geezer mentioned it in live chat, the way that this weekend have gone, we had an opportunity to increase our lead at the top of the BetClic1 Liga. We haven't taken it. However, the damage has been minimalised by Grodzisk drawing with Śląsk Wrocław. So Polonia beat them now are coming up. You know, they've won the last three. They sit third in the league on 30 points. However, we've still got a 7-point lead at the top of the BetClic1. Now, a goal difference is by far greater than anyone in the league, which obviously, if it gets to a tight ending to the season, you know, it counts as the extra point. So always good to have. What's not so good? Let's be realistic. Our last 5 games, we put 3 against Pushka away. You'd expect that. Then we move on to Stal Ryszezov. We won 2-1 and it's gone quiet. It's gone quiet for Wisla. We had the 1-0 against Robrigogov. All right, tight game. We won. We then had the 1 goal against Polonia Warszawa and we got beat. We got what we deserved. Nothing. Today, nothing. And it's like our creative juices that we had for the first 5 games have disappeared. What has changed from them first 5 games where we were scoring for fun? Let me tell you what I think has happened. For whatever reason, Ertehaler isn't playing as well as he did in that first 5 games. Did he overperform in that first 5 games? I think he did. Because I've said this repeatedly, when he first came to us, he was nothing more in my mind than a solid player. You know, keep the ball moving, a solid player. When he first came to Wisla, it's like all his Christmases had come at once and he was excited and was doing everything and it was all working. It was all fantastic. No, it's not. We're seeing what Ertehaler, ultimately, what his game is, which is average. It is. It's just, it's average. Is he good enough for the Polish Ekstraklasa? Ultimately, no. I don't think he is. I think he's a squad player. Who else is not performing as they were early on? As we know, that man there, Duarte, it's not happening for him at the moment. You know, he's had a couple of chances that have gone his way where he's hit the post. Could have been the hero against Polonia Warszawa, didn't quite work out. He's had a couple of one-on-ones with keepers where he's come off second best. Is it affecting his confidence? Is he playing with a bit of an injury? Has he got issues off the field? Nobody knows. Only he knows, but they're not performing. And this is what is changed from them first 4, 5, 6 games at the start of the season when we were blowing teams away. Do you know, excuse me, it's not a coincidence that what started off as a bit of a joke from a geezer, you know, we talked about the meat grinder. Teams were getting beat before they played Wisla. Not the case anymore. You know, it was a case of how many are we going to put past teams. No, that isn't the case. It's can we win? Can we get a goal? Can we, you know, at the minute we are struggling to create. First half was better today. Second half, not so much again. So what are we missing? I think we're missing Duarte being in form. I think we're missing Ertahala being in form. They've not been playing well for the last, well, let's be honest, Duarte has not even been in the starting 11, has he? Ertahala's lost his position in behind Redado. He's been playing out on that far left in place of Duarte. Duda coming in behind Redado is not really working. You look at the last how many games for Wisla. How many chances has Redado had? You know, good chances where you'd say the keeper's made a mistake or he should have done better there. Not many. And that's because he's not getting the chances. We are not creating them chances. That's what we need to work on. We're solid at the back now. We just are. We've got a settled back four. And when you think if we get an injury to Biedrzycki or to Grudzic, we've got cover. We can bring in Kutwa. Alan Uriga won't be too far away from coming back, you know. But we have got cover there. We've got cover with the fullbacks. Jaric is obviously still out long-term injury, but Lelyveld not on the bench today, and we have got cover. Still think we're a little bit light in midfield. I mean that game today in them conditions, it's no surprise that we didn't see Omic. Still a little bit lightweight at the minute. He will grow, but. What was good today, and when I say grow, I mean he'll grow physically. He's got the skill, he's got the ability. He just needs a little bit more of a physical presence. It's all right in a game where you're on top, but when you've got to battle in that midfield, you definitely need the likes of Carbo, you need Igbakim. So yeah, the issue with Wisla at the minute is not defensively, although last time out against Polonia Warszawa, made a couple of schoolboy errors that cost us. But overall, I think our defence is sorted. Midfield is kind of sorted with Igbakim and Carbo. But if they're not playing, who plays in that central midfield role? You've got Omic, like I said. He's all right coming on once the midfield battle has been fought. But I wouldn't want him in there to come in and fight that battle and win it. And especially if you had to play him in there with Staszak. No, not enough physical presence. So I think that's where we need to be looking for maybe in the January transfer window. Once we win that midfield battle, who's going to create up front? Ertahala isn't performing. We need him either to get back to doing what he was doing, or we need a replacement. Who's going to be the replacement? I don't think Duda is playing well enough at the moment. Still young, but I don't think he's playing well enough at the moment to play in behind Redado. And I think this is where we need Ardit Nikaj. I know I keep going on about it, but we need Ardit Nikaj to be playing with Redado up front. And whether that is something that Marius Shop is going to look at doing, he obviously sees them day in, day out, training, whether he thinks he's not quite there yet or he finds something different, I don't know. But we do need to change things because keep doing the same thing over and over again now, Ertahala and Redado, it's not working. It just isn't. And it's almost like you're waiting for your season to kick on again. You're waiting for Ertahala to get back to some kind of form. And I'm not sure that he gets back to where he was at the start of the season. I just don't think think he's going to get there. So we need to change that. He's got a lot to think about, has Marius Shop. What's going on in live chat? Frankie James says, the shed still standing a geezer. Result? Yeah. Frankie says, the match will be the topic of the evening now. No. We'll move on. We will move on. The geezer says, Frankie, don't tell Jimmy, but if the shed can be locked from the outside. Well, I'm running out of supplies, mate. I'm running out of supplies. I'm running out of dandelion and burdock, that's for sure. I'll just have to keep streaming to keep me warm. Frankie James says, the thought has crossed my mind. Very nice. Who's going to walk the dog? Oh, we're getting a new dog as well. On the 14th of December, we're going to get another little Jack Russell, little Buttercup. She's weaning now with her mum. So little Henry, Jack Russell, 7-year-old, likes lying in front of that fire and doing as little as possible. He's going to have his piece shattered, that is for sure. The geezer says, I think they're using the grinder for kielbasa. They need to get back to those crossover attacks. Yep, movement, crossover. We started to see some of that in the first half. You know, as I said in live in the commentary, in the live stream, you know, we were fluid in our positioning. You know, we were keeping our formation, but the movement was really, really good. We didn't see that in the second half as much. Obviously, as players are tiring a little bit, you know, you can't keep up that intensity. But we definitely need a change. And I'm hoping that Marius Shop can either light a fire under Ertahala, maybe he needs a spell on the bench or not even in the squad for whatever reason. But, yeah, he's not performing as he did at the start of this season. Neither is Duarte. So, like I said, I don't think we can wait for Ertahala coming back to that kind of form. Because otherwise, you start drawing games, you start losing games, you pick up a win and you think everything's sorted. But before you know it, you've played 5 matches and you've picked up like 4 points. 5 points. Not good enough if you're going to be pushing for automatic promotion. And especially if you're looking at behind us now, there's a queue of teams who are ready to pounce. If we have another couple of games now and we don't pick up 3 points, before you know it, looking at that table, you've got Grodzisk chomping at the bit, you've got Polonia Beatum, you've got Hrobrigogov on 28 points, Slunks Wrocław. Legnica are creeping up the table. And I know I said this when they were at the almost at the bottom. I fully expect Legnica before the end of the season to be in the playoff places. And they are, 24 points. So automatic promotion, I think, is probably a bridge too far for them with the start of the season that they had. We know why they had that start. Changes of stadium and management and style and a lot to get your head around. But certainly, you know, you've got Stalryshezov. They've won the last 2. They're on 27 points. They're in the top 6. You've got the likes of, you know, Polonia Warszawa won the last 3 hitting form. They're on 23 points. They had a difficult start to the season, did Polonia Warszawa. Whatever their issues were, as we saw last time out, they're capable of putting in performances, multiple performances, picking up points quickly. You know, Stal Mielek, they'll do well. I think they're too good to go down. I know it's a silly saying, nobody's too good, but I don't think they'll go down this season. Chicha in the bottom 3 again, losing the last 4. I expect them to somehow survive. So somebody is going to have, it's a difficult league, the Polish BetClic1 Liga. A lot of these teams who think they're going to be going for top 6 are probably going to find themselves, if they're not careful, in a relegation battle come the end of the season if they're not careful. You can see where the league now we've had that 17 games, we're getting them 3 sections of the league. You've got the top bit where teams are going for promotion, either automatically or through the playoffs. You've got that table who are middling, you know, where they're trying to get away from relegation or drive into the top 6, and you've got them at the bottom who are just trying to survive. And you're kind of looking at the table now. Teams who are on the cusp of getting dragged into a relegation battle, Butcher, definitely. Obviously, Stal Mielek, but they're only out of the bottom 3 on goal difference. But it looks like the bottom 5 or some LKS Woods maybe. No, I don't think so. I think relegation is going to be between the bottom 5. But you say that, but Butcher with one more win, they go level with LKS Woods in 13. So there's still plenty of time in this season to get into the group, into the position of what you want to be doing after the winter break. Is it a relegation battle, or is it a push into the top 6 and promotion? I think Wisła, as things are, we've still got a 7-point lead. We're not playing well at the moment, but I'm pretty sure these international breaks are not helping Wisła. It's no coincidence that we kind of went downhill a little bit. We had the bounce after the Legnica defeat. Then we get the international breaks. Players go away. We've got Kotwa going. We've got Duda. We've got Kaziemka. Excuse me. We've got Krysanovsky. All going away on international duties. Great for them. Great for the club. Kudos. But it does seem that it's upsetting our league rhythm. And hopefully we can go into that winter break now. What have we got? Another, how many games? Is it 3? Is it 3 games, something like that? 2 or 3 games. We've got a cup match as well, haven't we, on the 4th of December? So join us for that one. If we can get into the winter break with, say, a 7-10-point lead, that'd be good. Then after the winter break, we go again. Hopefully, over that break, we can rebuild. Maybe make. What does JK want to do? Does he want to go into the transfer market? I think he would. I think he definitely needs to. Whether he will or not, I don't know. I think it's important that we keep hold of Ridado. It's probably a good thing that he's out of the limelight at the minute and we're not playing fantastically well, because anybody who was thinking of paying over the odds for him as a last shot of either going for a title or avoiding relegation from whichever league, whatever, would we be tempted to take? If somebody came in and said, right, €2 million, would we take the money? I'm not sure that we wouldn't, but his brother, as Adrian pointed out in live chat earlier on, his brother scored a hat-trick, didn't he, yesterday for the second team. So I think the fact his brother came to Wisła was part of the deal that made his mind up to stay as well, regardless of what he said in his interview. So we'll see. Interesting times at Wisła, though. And we did just get the gameplay before that snow comes in. It's coming down again, as you maybe see from that photo. Right, all that's left for me to say is, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, ping that notifications bell. If you can give us a thumbs up, that'd be superb. Thank you for everyone joining me in live chat today. Frankie, my pleasure as always. A geezer, getting up early. That's commitment for you over in the US of A. Plenty of coffee going down, no doubt. Adrian, thanks for joining us while you were at work. No Jaden today. He'll be busy at it, no doubt. Frankie James says, have a wonderful evening, guys. All that's left for me to say is, onwards and upwards for Wisła. We are still top of the league. It's not all doom and gloom. We've picked up a draw away from home, difficult conditions. We go again. Join me for the next one. The next one is, by the way, Wisla Krakow wise, I think we are at home to. We are at home on the 30th. So next Sunday, it's a more, what's the word I'm looking for? A geezer. It's a more suitable time for you. In the UK, it's a 7:15 kickoff. So that'll be 2:15 on it in Connecticut, in the good old US of A. So join us for that one. We are at home to Stal Mielek. Could be a tricky game, that. You look at the league positions and you'd think nailed on 3 points for Wisła. However, the way we're playing and the way that Stal Mielek will want to put a marker down, don't forget they were in the extra class last season. they'll want to come and put a performance on. So hopefully we can get 3 points from that one, but we will have to apply ourselves or else we will get nothing. I am Jimmy James. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'll be back midweek for a football special, all the goals from around the UK and Europe as they go in. If you can't join me for that, join me next Sunday. 7:15 kickoff. We'll be on the air 5-10 minutes before. I'll see you then. Agiza, enjoy your week. Agiza says, just before I go, sorry. See you next week. Take care all. In that case, beers on me. I'll hold you to that one. Thank you, James says, bye-bye. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I am Jimmy James. You're watching Catch It Live first.